Hello, you guys, and welcome back. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome back. Let's get right to it. You guys can see from the title, should a lady, should a female, should a woman approach a man? What do you guys think that I think? See how well you guys know me. Do you know me well or not? Should a lady approach a man? So I've been seeing, again, you guys know that I like to, keep my ears to the streets. And I have listened to both sides of this debate on whether or not a woman should approach a man. A woman, if she's interested in a man, should she approach him? And so I've been seeing a lot of people giving advice, and it seems to be that this advice on not approaching a man, from what I can gather, it seems that the consistent theme of the type of person who gives that advice tends to be an older person. And oftentimes I've been seeing that, I heard a noise. Oh, that's a truck behind me unloading. Oftentimes I've been hearing too, this advice from like older people and older men, like I want to say 40 and over, and they are giving younger women advice and saying, you should never approach a man. Like it is the man's nature to chase and to approach the woman. So they were saying, look women out there, do not approach a man. And I haven't actually heard the argument on the other side of, yes, a woman should approach a man, but I will tell you guys this. In 2024, ladies, listen to me. If you see something you like, absolutely, T-Bird would suggest you approach them. Especially if you've been kind of like watching them around the way. You see that, he has a job, from what you can gather, maybe he's your colleague at work, a co-worker. You can see that he has a job. He seems pretty decent. He's well groomed. Absolutely approach him if it's somebody that you like. You guys, my husband now, I would not be married to if I didn't approach him. My husband now, when I first met him, he was my landscaper. There is no way he would have approached me. One, he saw me as a client, and that would have been completely unprofessional to him. Also, he's a very just kind of like humble person. And I suspect that if we were like in his stomping grounds, if he met me in his neighborhood, if he just saw me at a bar or in a restaurant or on the street or in the grocery store, in his area that he was comfortable with, just out on a Saturday night, yeah, he would have approached me. But I didn't meet him like that. I met him and he was my landscaper. There was no way that this man would have crossed the lines and approached me. So I had to approach him. I saw that he was someone that I was interested in, and I approached him. And I later asked him even, I was like, did you know that I was interested? And he was like, at first, no. He said, but later on, I was thinking maybe, because I was, putting out those, signs. I hear the young guys nowadays, they say, look, dude, look for the choosing signs. Like a woman when she's giving you constant eye contact, looking over there, smiling. And this is good advice to the men. Yes. When a woman is attracted to you, she will make eye contact. She'll smile, make sure that you see her. She might get up and walk in front of you, things like that. When she comes over and talks to you, she might, put her hand on your shoulder or something like that, or bend in or lean in close. These are, like choosing signs, if you will, that you will know that a lady is interested in you. But to my ladies, should you approach a man in 2024? Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you why. Now, you guys know I'm married. I don't even have a dog in this fight. I'm just trying to tell you guys what I know and what I see. As I mentioned earlier, there's no way my husband would have approached me. Not in a position of me being his client. He would have never approached me. I had to approach him. And even though I was putting out those, signs like, giving him that eye contact. I'm not a super, super flirty person like that anyway. I don't care if I do like you. I'm either going to, smile or talk to you or, be, really super, super friendly. I'm already a friendly person, but I might be super, super friendly or wanting to engage in more conversation with you. But I go from like being a little flirty to just being super direct. There's no in between for me. So I'm not like this super, super flirtatious person. No, I don't do that. I just don't really have the time. I don't really have the time. And ladies, I would suggest you not have the time either. Like if you see somebody you like and you've, done the little subtle signs of flirtation and smiling and eye contact and making conversation, and that guy still hasn't, picked up on those signs, then I would absolutely suggest you do what I did, which was just say it. I absolutely went up onto my husband and I approached him. And I was like, you want to go out sometimes? You want to go out to dinner? I forget what I said at the time. I forget. When I first actually let him know, this is a funny story. When I first actually let him know that I was interested in him, I actually said something to him while we were out at a nursery looking for plants. And I said it in Spanish. And I said it in Spanish, but in English, it means I see you in my dreams. And so he knew, because I told you guys he didn't speak a lot of English, so I said it in Spanish, but that was enough for him to know, okay, green light. She's clearly interested in me. This woman is saying, she sees me in her dreams. Ladies, get some finesse, okay? Get creative with it, because in 2024, these men are not approaching women. I suspect that it's because of fear of rejection. I really do. A lot of these men are making content saying, oh, we not approaching women anymore. We done, we through. And I think the bottom line is, though, what I'm hearing when I hear these guys talk and say that they're not approaching women anymore, what I hear, what source is telling me, is that they're scared. They are scared of rejection. And I get it. I get it. I understand it. I don't think that they should do that. I tell my son and the guys in the house with me all the time, I'm like, if you see something you like, you absolutely should walk on, up to her and say, hey, how you doing? Don't be overly aggressive. Don't be overly flirtatious. But I always tell the guys in the house, I'm like, just a simple, hi, how you doing? Or compliment her on something, and not how good her body looks, but compliment her on something. Say you like her kicks. Say you like her sneakers. Say you tell her you like her workout bag, her gym bag. Say you like her fashion sense. Don't say, oh girl, you look good in that dress. No. Like compliment her. Say you like her jewelry. Say something like that. And if she's interested in you, she will keep the conversation going. Absolutely. She will keep the conversation going. So I actually recommend to all of the young guys in the house with me, if you see something you like, absolutely approach that lady and say, at the very least, just, hi, how you doing? I promise you, you don't need to say anything else. You don't need to go up to her and say, hi, can I get your Instagram? Hi, yeah, we need to go out sometime. Doing those little Mac moves that they used to do back in the day. You don't even need to do that. Just go up to her and say, hi, how you doing? And if you also need to know how to read the room. If she like, I'm fine, she's not interested. If she's like, good, and like turning away from you, gotta cross her legs away from you, those are signs that she's not interested. And then when you see that, guys, don't be fearful of rejection. It's a numbers game. So if you see that she's not interested, or she's like, no, hi, like that, just say, no problem. Don't try to cut her up. Don't try to insult her. Don't do it, guys. It's so immature. Just simply say, I don't care if she's being obnoxious. Ugh. Fine. Just say right then. Don't try to, oh, you should smile more, or what's wrong with you? Don't do it. If you guys see that it is like obvious, like read the room. Be able to read people's gestures and their mannerisms. If you see that she clearly is not feeling you, just say, oh, okay. Just say thank you and just walk away. Or just, okay, just wanted to ask you how you were doing. Just wanted to say hi and just walk away. I don't think that you guys should be fearful of rejection, because that's all I'm hearing. Like, these guys are saying all kind of different things. We not approaching girls. But all I hear, and what Source is telling me, is that these young men are not approaching women anymore because they are afraid of being rejected. Yeah, that's what I think. So, ladies, now that we know that the men are not approaching women anymore, I absolutely would recommend that you approach a guy that you're interested in. Absolutely. I just had a situation with one of the guys in the house with me. And there was a box on our island in our kitchen. And it was looked like a big, huge cake box. And when you opened it up, it was like all of these different strawberries. Looked like about 2 dozen. Strawberries dipped in all these different varieties of like chocolate and chocolate with nuts and just plain chocolate and all this. It was gorgeous. And then when you lift up the box like this, it said in Spanish, "Will you be my boyfriend?" And I look, it was for Kevin. And I looked at Kevin and I was like, oh my God, how creative. That was so freaking creative. She was about as creative as I was when I approached my husband. That's what I'm saying. Ladies, get creative with it. It is so fun. Don't be one of these ladies where you like, I don't know why these men are not approaching us anymore. What's going on? No, don't complain about it. Times have changed. You're this independent woman now. Don't be afraid to walk up on a man and say hi. And let me tell you why I recommend, ladies, nowadays, this modern day lady, that you approach a man. If you don't, somebody else will. You guys know all of the guys in my household are nice looking. This young lady with Kevin, she was not playing. She was not playing. I didn't ask her this, but something tells me that she probably was thinking, if I don't ask him to be my boyfriend, one of these other ladies will. Ladies, why would you be willing to miss out on a good dating experience or a good fun relationship even if it doesn't lead to like this long-term relationship, maybe you guys can go out, you and that guy can go out and, you know, go on a few good, really fun dates. Somebody to go catch the latest movie with. Why wouldn't you approach a man? I had a situation with recently, like this was just like a couple of months ago, where Gary had been communicating back and forth online with a young lady for years, but they had never met in person. This young lady took her hard-earned money from her job and bought a ticket from California and flew in town by herself to come see Gary in person. Ladies, don't listen to these people giving you this advice. Not in 2024. That may have worked back in the day where a lady didn't have to approach a guy. She could just, you know, be cute and just, hey. Hey. And the guy would come over. But ladies, two major things have changed. We're in 2024 with the modern day lady, independent woman, and you got guys saying that they are not willing to approach women anymore. They're afraid. So ladies, if you see somebody that you like, you had better approach him. Otherwise, again, you're gonna be single for a long time. Because the guys, I didn't make this up. I have actually heard many men, younger men, say they don't approach women. This young lady who was interested in Gary took her hard-earned check, jumped on a plane, and came to meet Gary in person. I was like, yeah. And I consider myself to be a pretty, you know, assertive, go-getter, determined type of woman. But even in my day, you know, when I was 19, 20, I wouldn't have done that. No. So listen to me, ladies. If you're one of these ladies where you just maybe too shy, or you think that, you know, you're too conservative, you can't do that, that's too much, you're going to wait on the guy to, you know, approach you. Maybe you thinking he hasn't approached you because he's not interested. No, the guys are saying they're not approaching you guys because I guess they're afraid or they think you guys are too independent. So listen to T when I tell you. You had better approach him if you see somebody that you like. And like I said before, you don't need to be obnoxious and, you know, putting out, what do they call this? Thirst traps. I think that's what they call it. You know, thirst traps. Whether you're on social media or in person, you don't need to do all that. You don't need to be obnoxious and just, you know, overwhelming when it comes to your flirtiness. Like I said, I think that you could just as simple as just walk up to him and say, hey, how you doing? That is going to give him the factual sign that you are clearly interested in him. You know, get some finesse, get some swag. You guys know, I always tell you guys when I'm talking to the fellas, I always tell them, get some swag. Ladies, get some swag. Come up with a real creative, cute way to approach him. You could say to him too, I like your kicks, I like your sneakers. Just find something. I have always told you guys this. I guess because I do this even when I'm not trying to be flirty with somebody. I compliment people at the Starbucks. I compliment people at the bank. I compliment people at the gym. Because it's just an immediate like icebreaker. And it's not disingenuous. It's like I see something that I like and I literally just cannot help myself. I'm like, oh my God, your pants are so cute. Or I love that color in your hair. Or I love that skirt you have on. I compliment people all the time. Men, women, everybody. It is an immediate icebreaker. It immediately lets that person that you're approaching know that you are friendly and that you are nice and kind. You just gave them a compliment. Ladies, yes, should you approach a guy that you like or you're interested in 2024? I think absolutely. I think absolutely. I don't think you should be waiting on a guy to approach you. They said they're not going to approach you guys, okay? Listen to T-Bird. I'm out here. I'm keeping my ear to the streets for you guys. I listen to these guys. I have heard many young men say they're not approaching. And I do find that it tends to be like with a younger guy. It seems like to me a guy, I don't know, 35 and older, definitely 40 and older. That guy, no, he still kind of got that old school mentality. He sees something he like, he is going to approach her. He could be that older guy, 40 and over. He could be in a whole relationship over here. He sees something over here. He's still approaching. Yeah. The more mature guy, he don't have these issues. He is absolutely, he sees something he likes, he is going to say something to that woman. He's not playing these games. But for this younger generation, no. The guy said they are not approaching you guys, okay? So ladies, if you see something you like, T-Bird is telling you, I absolutely would recommend and advise in a nice, not in some freaky deaky way, not, walking past him and you got half of your booty hanging out. No, ladies, class. And don't be overly flirty. Just compliment him on something. Say hi. If he's interested, he'll come back with some more conversation with you guys. And just like that, you got yourself a date. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys that recommendation and give you guys that advice, because I do see the debate where the young ladies are like, ugh, should we approach? Should we not approach? Is it unladylike? Is the man supposed to chase us? And so he doesn't want us to, he doesn't like a lady to approach him because that looks too aggressive. Kevin is in a relationship right now. Kevin is in a relationship right now. He didn't think anything of it when that young lady approached him. I think he just probably was thinking like she saw something she liked. And I think too, ladies, you have to consider this, like in the situation with Kevin and guys like this, like they are so busy, between work and then after work, they're going to play soccer, and they like take their soccer super, super serious, you guys. So you guys got to imagine when a man doing what he's supposed to be doing, out here working, paying his bills, getting his fun time in. For instance, like with Gary, he's working, but then after work, when he's not working, he like to game. And so he's like focused in on his gaming, doing his thing. He's not really thinking about, flirting with somebody that he might be seeing, online. He's thinking about winning the game. The same with like Kevin and Edward and these younger guys. They're working, but they're not working. They're playing soccer or at the gym. They're kind of like focused in on their thing. And they one may just not even see you, but two, They may feel like, I don't want to be rejected. They may be thinking, I don't want to, come off as a creep. I don't want, they could be thinking all sorts of things, you guys. And you ladies, you also need to really consider this. Again, like I said, we're in 2024. This is post Me Too movement. So a lot of guys are like, I don't want to be too forward. I don't want to offend her. I don't want somebody accusing me of something. Especially, you guys, if it's like in a work environment. Oftentimes a man, if he about his money, he's like, I'm not even, like my husband, he's like, I'm not even about to assume or guess that this person is interested in me. He's like, I'm about my money. I'm not trying to mess up my money. I'm not trying to have somebody say that I accused, I did something to them. It was some kind of like they don't want any parts of this, ladies. So with the changing times, ladies, with these independent women, modern day women, if you see something you like, I would absolutely say and suggest that you approach that man. Because if you don't, somebody else will. Somebody else will snatch them up. Okay? Alrighty, you guys, that's all I have for you guys today. If you haven't already, be sure to thumbs up the video and share the video with somebody if you think that they could receive the message or if it resonated with you. Thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.